Welcome back to the channel. Matt Preston, Built Prado. How you going? Now, there's a lot of background noise, there's a lawnmower, there's a baby crying, but we're going to film this video, okay? This needs to go out. Oh my goodness, look at the watt. Because today we are talking about Bluetti, who if you remember, we've had in the past. Now, this is their little boy right here, absolute beast, the EB3A. Now, I'm just going to tell you the truth, okay? We used this for 9 days in a row on a trip as of 2 weeks ago, and it was an absolute beast. I'll put up some little videos I took on my phone right here. You can see it literally ran like a PS3, a Nintendo Switch, charged a phone and a monitor, hours on end at camp every night. And during the day, I'll charge it off the inverter in the car. Now you're probably thinking, Matt, why don't you just use the inverter in your car? Well, first of all, you're right, I could, but this was just an extra safety barrier, and then the fridge and lights can all keep going because I didn't have my solar panel on, so my battery wasn't getting charged during the day, only if I was driving. So if I wasn't driving that day, you know, the battery's just sitting there getting flat. So this is really a cool feature, and also it's modular because it's its own box, so you can just take this anywhere. You know, you don't need a full drive. You just put that in any car and you've got power wherever you go. So this has 600 watt inverter, and if you just look at the video in the description, you can see I've already done a review on this. Absolutely loved it, okay? Really good. But, there's something bigger that Bluetti do, okay? Now you may know it, but they do this power system, the AC180, and it has an 1800 watt inverter, and it's an absolute beast. So let's get to it. Okay, so I'm not sure you can see here, but this thing's massive. Now, I'm pretty sure it's about like 16 to 18 kilos, so you know, it's not exactly a one-handed lift, you could say. And as you can see, it's, you know, maybe 6 of these sideways, would probably be the size of one of these. So, you know, it's not small, but this is big for a reason, okay? It's got a lot of capacity, it's got a big inverter. So, let's get straight into it, the unboxing. Okay, I don't want to film this on the ground, but it's so big and heavy, it's just a bit easier. Okay, so in the box you are greeted with the instruction manuals, and it's really cool, these Bluettis, you get a little certificate of approval. So, looks like that. Now, we've got the manual, and we also have a warranty policy pamphlet if you ever need to get it swapped if the battery from factory came dodgy or something like that. But I haven't heard any bad things about their batteries, so I think they'll be pretty unlikely, but it is there if you need it. Okay, then underneath we have this little box here, and inside here we have your 240 volt into the back of the Bluetti to charge it. Then we also have solar panel charging, and then here it looks like we have 12 volt charging as well. So that's all the cables you get inside there. So you get 3 methods of plug and play there. And then underneath here we have the beast itself. Now it's normally in a bit of plastic, but I got a bit excited and took the plastic off already. So you can carry with one hand just, but here she is. Okay, so here's the small model they do. And here is the bigger model, which honestly is weighing down the back of the car. Okay, so the Bluetti AC180, so 1800 watt inverter, 1152 watts of battery capacity. Now these are faucet batteries. Now they say you get about 10 years of life out of these batteries, and you can do about like 3,800 or so charges of 80%. So that's really good numbers. Now, as you can see here, it is quite big, but for good reason, okay? So now outputs here, you got two 240 volt outputs here, so obviously that can do, you know, anything from like a TV to a light. You can actually run a microwave off this, and it's really handy because when you turn it on, it has a little animation here. Now it's going to look a bit weird on camera, but here, it's actually got 4 sets of zeros either side. Now the reason this is important is because the old Bluetti only has 3 either side. So So this can draw into the thousands in terms of watts, okay? So a microwave in here is going to draw about 1700 watts, okay? Same with a hairdryer because of that heat element. Now, this here right now has 99.9 hours. Now it just caps at that on here, but that could actually be 200 hours just sitting like this. But as soon as you plug an appliance in, it will then start to bring those numbers to what it's actually going to run at. Okay, so we have two AC outputs of 240 volt. Now that is with the 1800 watt inverter. And then down here we have USB type C 100 watt, two USB A's, 5 VDC 3 amps, and we also have another two of them. So essentially we've got 4 USB outputs, 100 watt USB-C, that'll be great for Android phones charging, USB Type-C, and technically an iPhone 15 now, they've just gone USB Type-C. And then input here, so that's what I said before for the solar input charging. And then here we have an output for 12 volt cigarette lighter, so that's pretty standard, same as in a car, okay? Now if we move around to this side here, you can't actually see it from that angle, but here we have the input, so this is where you'll plug it into the wall for charging. We also have a circuit protector, and this one here in the end is actually for ground, so there's a grounding screw and you can actually earth it. And on top here, above this sticker here, there's a wireless charging 50 more output. Now that is the same on the smaller unit, and it's an absolute beast. It's actually a fast charger. So really sleek modern design on the front here, and if we turn it around on this side, simple carry handle that's built into the side of the corner so it can never get broken. It's just a fixed solid piece. Also have a little fan output here. We've got the same sort of angled mesh design on the bottom here. If we go to the back, we've just got some new information about the unit, little QR code, because you can actually get an app for this. And we've got more of the mesh pattern here. That side we have those ports I mentioned earlier and another fan. And then underneath, it's so heavy this thing, we simply just have 4 feet, little mesh feet, so you don't scratch anything. So a really solid unit. So as you can see here, very similar design features, and I really both like them for their own reasons. This one's really modular, great size, not very heavy. The handle is a physical thing you have to move, so there's already a tiny bit of sand in here, so that's already a little bit. But I'm being very picky though, it's literally fine. Whereas this is just a fixed handle, it is a lot more weight, so you do kind of want it to work and be strong. So I think that's a really good design choice there. Okay, so here we have a Sony TV. We're just going to plug this bad boy in, and we're going to turn it on. And you might hear the fan just turned on a little bit there. So essentially what you do is you turn it on and then you hit the AC button, because we're using the 240 volt section which has the AC here. So the TV's just turned on, so now hit the on button and we've got power. So a TV, this is just a 30 inch TV, nothing crazy, but it's using output 90 watts and you can run this TV for 10.4 hours. So that's what I love about this, it's so simple and it tells you exactly what's happening and how much power it's going to use. So you can see there the output it's doing there, and it's very simple. I just hit this AC button and that turns this side of the system off and the TV's just gone off. And then, like, let's say I want to charge a phone, I'll just plug it in here, hit the on button and then hit the DC, and now this whole section here is on and that will just start charging up nicely. So it's really quite a simple system and it just works. So hit that off, now it's off. So honestly, it doesn't get much more simple than that. Even when you turn it on, it just has all the information you need from the start, which is really handy. Okay, I'm very excited for this test. This is a kettle. I'm actually quite nervous, you know what I say. Okay, 99%, let's see how we go. Turn the kettle portion of it on this side here. We'll turn the kettle on. Oh my goodness, look at the watts. So that is using 2,150 watts right now. It's absolutely powering, but the kettle is boiling, which is insane. So you can only run like this for 0.4 hours. So it is absolutely chewing through the battery, but it is possible, which is really cool to see. Okay guys, another example. Bluetti, turn it on, hit the AC button. Now all of a sudden, walkie batteries all being charged. Absolutely awesome system here. The output of this right now is about 70 watts, so it's nothing crazy, but it's because it's only charging one at a time. It's not charging them all at once, which it may look like. But this is an absolute great system, and it will do this for over 10 hours, so it's just really impressive. Okay guys, well there it is. The AC180 Bluetti. Now if you can't tell, I'm absolutely stoked with it. I think it's an absolute beast. Now, these are just little tests I've done around the house, but as we know, the most power consumption items are in your house. Like the kettle, for example, you saw how quick that drained it. So we'll put it through its paces, go some trips. You'll see it on the Instagram, Built Prado. TV with Bluetti running the show. And it's also running a laptop and several phones. So this is the setup for Grand Final Day. And yeah, we'll just see how it goes. Really keen to push it to its limits. May even see if we can charge 10 phones off at once, just something crazy like that. So far it's a yes from me. Link in the description if you want one. And any questions, leave them down below and I'll try and answer them. I'm not a tech wizard, but I do know a little bit of stuff, and I think this is an absolute beast of a unit. So like, subscribe, I'll catch you guys next time on Built Prado. It sounds a bit like dodgy, doesn't it?